Happy Halloween, you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Halloween memory. It was a couple days before Halloween. I was going to the store to pick out a pumpkin with my mom. Next to the store was a pet store. So we went in and there was a bunch of little kittens. Me and my mom went and looked at them, and I seen this one cat in particular. He was in the back of the store. He was solid white and he was really little. He was the cutest thing. So instead of getting a pumpkin that day, I got a kitten. My mom asked me what I was going to name him, and I named him Casper. Casper the Friendly Ghost was my favorite movie. I used to watch that all the time. We went back out to buy him his food and cat supplies. So I seen this candy bowl, and it was a little ghost. I picked that out for his food dish instead of using it as a candy dish. So a little later on, I think he was a couple months old, and we found out he was a Himalayan because he was changing colors. I remember I used to push him around in this little grocery cart I had. I just put him in there, and I put him in a little onesie. Think about it, that poor cat. I would put him in this little plastic crib I had for my dolls. Instead of putting my dolls in there, I put him in there wearing footy pajamas. He didn't mind. He actually liked it. He just stayed in there while I laid him in there. He just took a nap while I just strolled him around. If he didn't like it, he probably would have just hissed at me, but he just sat there and let me put clothes on him and little hats. I carried him around like a little baby doll. I played with him more than I did with dolls because I was terrified of dolls as a kid, because I watched a horror movie I seen on TV of this doll coming alive and killing everybody. Yes, Chucky. And then I also seen another movie about this dollhouse setting fire to people's homes. I don't know. It was some curse of the dollhouse. I can't remember. I would just turn on the TV and flip through channels, and I just seen horror movies, and I just start watching them. When my baby doll that I had ended up making a noise, it frightened me, and I threw it down the stairs, worrying that it was gonna kill me because I seen Chucky. It was called Baby Alive. That baby doll was really creepy. Okay? So I had to throw it down the stairs because I was worried it was going to kill me. I was 3 years old. I didn't know dolls don't come to life at that time because I seen Toy Story. All them toys came alive. So when I was little, I thought that was going to happen to me. Before I went to bed, I would take those dolls and hide them in my closet. From this day, I still think that dolls are creepy. And no, I know dolls aren't going to come alive, but I just think some dolls look really creepy, especially the porcelain kind. So 4 years later, we ended up moving into a house. His food bowl ended up getting lost into the move. So we went out and we bought him another food bowl. And this is really weird. He would not eat out of it for like a couple weeks. Like, he looked at it, he meowed. He was grieving over his food dish. I don't know why, considering he's a cat, why he cares what his food dish is. It's fine now and he's eating out of other dishes. We would buy him cat toys, but he would never play with them. Usually normal cats like to play with them little fake mice or the little string things, but not him. Just liked laying in the sink bowls. He still does. Here's an example. We ended up buying him a friend named Salem. He's a Siamese cat, except we do not have him anymore because we had to give him away, unfortunately. But Casper did not like him. He was a very snooty cat. So he just looked at him and turned his nose and then hissed at him. And I named Salem from that show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Another example of him being a weird cat is he would eat cat food out of my hand. Usually cats don't do that. Dogs do that. One time there was this bug on the top. It came from the French door because we left the door open on accident. And the bug came in. Instead of catching it like a normal cat, he comes in, starts meowing. He just stood there and kept meowing. Didn't know what his problem was. And then he started walking. I followed him out. He took his little paw, touched the screen of the door, and it pointed where the bug was. Instead of catching it, he was showing me to go get it. I remember this day where we had a scare and thought he ran away because we couldn't find him anywhere in the house. We looked for hours. We didn't hear him. We didn't see him. So we went over the hill into the woods, worrying that he escaped into the woods. We went looking in the woods for him. He wasn't down there. He wasn't outside. Went back in the house. All of a sudden, we hear him meow. He's laying in the armoire. He jumped up in there. Somehow, it shut. He took a nap in there. He still likes to go in there for some reason. We keep it closed so he don't go in there. We don't want him to go in there so he don't suffocate. He takes his paw, tries to open it. For some reason, he likes to take a nap in there, but can't let him take a nap in there because he won't be able to breathe. So that was my favorite Halloween and will always be my favorite Halloween. Leave a comment, tell me what is your favorite Halloween memory. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to become part of the Wolf Pack.